Hey everybody, what's good? I am Nicole, and I just wanted to tap in and say what's good. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you guys have been well. As I mentioned in today's Mahogany moment, I just got back from Puerto Rico. It was such an incredible stay, you guys. It was so beautiful and transformative. And when I tell you guys, just the synchronicities that kept showing up moment after moment, day after day, it was just so perfectly aligned. And what's crazy about it is that so I had been planning a trip to Morocco since last December, right? And so I had been planning for the trip. Everything was going on a group trip with somebody that was hosting it. And as we got closer to the trip, and unfortunately, our host had to cancel. So we were left without a host. However, they still told us that they were going to have guides for us there in Morocco, that we could continue the trip, without our host. And the local guides would be able to, facilitate all the things that we had planned. Well, fast forward to a couple of weeks after that, probably I'll say about 2.5 weeks after the host had canceled, the earthquake unfortunately hit Morocco, and the community was just suffering, from the devastation of the earthquake. And I didn't feel personally safe that it would be a good time to travel there, based on what was going on. And we ran into some issues with the guy, the company, the company that was providing the trip, that was basically the host of coordinating the group and getting everybody together. So the agency, I will call them the agency, let's just say that. So the agency still wanted to continue the trip, although we didn't have a host and although the earthquake had hit. And a lot of us were just like, that doesn't even feel right. The purpose of the trip was supposed to be a divine alignment trip, right? And spiritual alignment and divine. And it just didn't seem appropriate to take that type of trip when the community was in such devastation, right? So that shit just didn't sit right with my soul. And I was like, nah, this ain't for me right now. I thought about it, prayed about it, talked to my ancestors. They was like, you need to take a trip, but given the circumstances, this is not it. Okay, well, I communicated with some of our members in the group, that we were all in a group chat. And I said, hey, so I'm feeling that I'm not going to go based on what's happened with the earthquake. We're reaching out to the agency and saying, hey, what can we do now? A lot of us don't feel comfortable going on a trip. Is it going to be canceled? They hadn't made a decision as the agency to cancel the trip. They stated they still wanted to proceed with the trip. And I was like, that just don't even feel right. Like, how can you still want to host this trip, as the agency, when it's supposed to be, a trip about spirituality and connecting and grounding and just pouring into ourselves and, doing all those types of things when the people around us are suffering. And as an empath, I can't be in a place and know that the people around me are in despair and, be oblivious to that. That's just not how I rock. And so they didn't want to give us our money back. So this is where things started to get a little sketchy. So I was like, we need to reach out to our original host and see if our host will be able to get our money back, because they weren't trying to give us our money back. They were basically like, oh, whatever money, if you decide if you cancel as the individual without the agency canceling, then you won't be getting your money back. It'll just be pretty much like a quote unquote donation to the agency, right? I'm not going to say their name. Maybe I will later. But so the agency was like, yeah, they weren't trying to give us our money back because they felt like the guides, they were reaching out to the local guides there, and the local guides felt like they could still handle the capacity of our group with what was going on there, And I was like, okay, well, they were like, it's safe, it's fine, you guys can travel here. And I was like, you can't tell me about my safety, okay? You can't tell me what's going to keep me safe. And there are aftershocks. There's so many things that we can't, that are unaccounted for, that we cannot, plan for. And to tell us that we would be still safe, to travel there in the middle of what's going on, just felt like inappropriate fuck shit to me. You can't tell me what my safety is going to be. I'm the only person who can determine what my safety is, how it looks like, and what makes me feel safe, not anybody else. Full stop, period. So we reached out to our host, and we let our host know that, listen, most of us, after talking about it, we don't want to take this trip. Like, we're not trying to go to Morocco. We just feel it's best to cancel or reschedule this trip as a group, because we had already formed a bond, right? We'd already connected. We already formed a bond. We were looking forward to getting together and having such a beautiful experience. We were really looking forward to that, right? even without the host. We were like, we're still going to make it what it is, because if it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. Fast forward. So our host reached out to them, to the point of contact that they were working with. And we had to wait until there were some conversations. And eventually they decided, yes, they were going to go ahead and refund our money for the trip. Thank goodness our host pulled through, rallied for us and got us our money back, because they were trying to have it. And, they were saying that they couldn't do it because, the money was already spent for, the local guides or what have you. And my whole thing is this: as a company, I understand that you may have paid other people and had expenses. However, when it comes down to the individual, these are things that were beyond our control. We can't control the earthquake that hit. It's unfortunate that people are suffering. And I don't want to be inconsiderate of that, and it felt like I was being really inconsiderate and disrespectful to what they were experiencing. And that's never my intention and the energy that I want to put forth into the universe or at all, right? And so I was so happy and excited and blessed that we were able to get a refund for our trip. So with that happening, mind you, this trip had been planned since last December, okay, December 2022. So we've been planning this trip since December 2022. Well, I had. And and here we were now. It was October, September, August. It was towards the end of August, early September, when our host was needed to cancel at being a part of the trip with us. And then the earthquake happened shortly thereafter in November. So based on that, I was trying to figure out what was I going to do? Because Spirit kept saying that you need to take this trip, you need to get away, you need to, and I was really looking forward to that, because I had not taken a trip. I've not been on vacation, and this type of vacation, get away, fly, I love to have my passport stamped. All right. And it's been a minute, since I had been on that type of trip, way before COVID hit, but just it's been a time. It had been a time. So I was excited to take the journey, but the universe had other plans. And in their plans, I sat and processed and just try to do as much research as I could within the short period of time that I was working with. When I plan a trip, I like to be very detailed. I like to know what I'm doing, very detailed, just have a plan so that I know how my day is going to be, my week, or whatever time frame I'm going to be there. Well, since I didn't have the opportunity to plan this trip at length, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go. And I wanted to go someplace that I hadn't been before, because I've been to many places, right? I've been out the country, as many places as you can, just all over. So Morocco was a new experience for me, or would have been a new experience for me. So I was looking to go to Turks and Caicos, which I had been to previously, and I think went to Cuba. I've been to previously as well. But like I said, I wanted to go someplace that I'd never been. And so having conversations with my mom as well, and she's like, Nick, why don't you just go to Puerto Rico? And I was like, Mom, I've been there so many times. I don't want to go to Puerto Rico again. I want to go someplace, I'm traveling by myself. I don't want to go someplace that I've been. I just want to discover what's new. I just want to have that time. And so fast forward, I kept looking into different islands that I could go to, different places. And it just wasn't coordinating with the schedule that I had worked out for myself, and the timing, the budget, everything. It was just teamed too much. So finally, I was like, okay, whatever. I'll probably just go to Puerto Rico. So I decided to go to Puerto Rico, whatever, right? And my person, my baby, my love, my everything, he gets a call to do a job in Puerto Rico. What are the fucking odds? Right? So it's like, really? He's like, babe, I'm flying out to Puerto Rico on Thursday. I was like, what? It's like, well, guess what? I'll go to Puerto Rico on Friday. Right? So it was funny, because it was just literally the universe was saying, okay, you guys need to take a trip. And what's funny is that he and I have been talking and saying, babe, we need to take a trip. We need a vacation. It's been a minute. We need a vacation, just us. No kids, nothing, just us, right? We just needed to get away. It's been a lot, so we needed some time to chill and relax, And so with the universe aligning itself the way that it did, we were ready to go, and then it turned out at the last minute that he didn't really even have to work, so we got on the trip anyway, and it worked out so perfectly. When I tell you, just from the place that we stayed, I ended up booking us a condo, from the place that we stayed to the people that we met, everything was just like, damn, you cannot ignore Spirit's hands in this. Like, everything was just perfectly for us. You know, everything that we wanted, everything that we spoke, every intention that we set, it manifested immediately in front of us, right? And we were just excited and blessed and appreciative. Like, we were able to just unwind so much. We were waking up at 4 a.m. Like, I wake up at about 4:30, 4:45. You know, on a good day, I can wake up at 5:30 on a sleep-in day, right? And so we were still getting up like it was our regular schedule, like we were at home. You know, we got up at like 4 a.m. We went to the beach, you know, have fun, have breakfast, you know, came back, got ready for a day. You know, we just spontaneously, we just decided what we were going to do based on how we were feeling in the day. We did not plan, like, you know, like I usually would have had a whole list of, okay, these are the things that we're going to do. This is the sites we're going to see, whatever. We didn't do any of that. I literally woke up, was like, what you feel like doing, babe? He's like, what you feel like doing? I was like, we got to typing on our phones, you know, figured out, I was like, this looks good. This is good. Okay, roll. So that's how the day went every single day. And it was so perfect. When I tell you, it was so perfect. If I could have planned it, I couldn't have planned it any better than how this trip was. And I'm just really appreciative of that. And I got, you know, I was having so many downloads, you know, and the reason that Spirit just really needed me to be still in the moment is because, like I said, there are a lot of things that I have going on behind the scenes with the Mahogany healing that I haven't spoken on, that I'll be discussing soon. However, Spirit just wanted me to really relax in this time and to pour into myself so that when everything unfolds as it's going to, and as Spirit intends for it to unfold, that I'm ready for that, right? That I have the energy to handle all that's coming. And so I did that. You know, I really rested. I really retreated. I really meditated. I really just grounded myself in so many ways. I did individually and collectively, as well as with my person. You know, we connected and we had beautiful experiences, you know. And one of the things that we were able to do unexpectedly was pour into another couple that we met randomly, you know. And there's no such thing as a coincidence when I tell you the fact that how their story and their situation of, like, what, you know, where they live, like, and grew up, like, pretty much matches like our situation, was just crazy to us, right? And so we were like, okay, whatever. So we were able to pour into another couple and speak to them, you know, based on things that we had experienced, and, you know, just being real and just sharing what, you know, what the deal is. And that was not our plan. And I literally was getting so many downloads, and I was like, I ain't supposed to be working right now. Y'all told me I'm on vacation. Pretty much, I'm on vacation. Like, we supposed to be chilling right now. You know, we in a group, we having a good time. And what that taught me was this: I am walking in my purpose. And in walking in my purpose, I will always encounter people and situations where my energy is needed, where my discernment is needed, where my truth needs to be shared with them, right? And so instead of being resistant to that in the time, because I was like, no, we trying to have a good time. Like, we're really trying to have a good time. I heeded to that, and I listened to the messages that Spirit were communicating to me. And in doing so, I was able to, like I said, pour into another couple and share love with them and guidance, and, you know, and just encourage them, because, you know, sometimes we all need encouragement, no matter if we're single and coupled, whatever. There are times when we need encouragement, and sometimes it comes from people that we would least expect, or, you know, don't even know, from complete strangers. And so I was just really grateful for the opportunity to do that, and share love with them. And it was really, really, really beautiful. And we walked away from that experience, both of us on each side, all four of us rather, on each side, saying that, you know, we were connected through this journey and through this trip. However, we would have never in a million years imagined that what came of our conversation would have been so transformative to them as well as to us, you know. And so, to that couple, I'm not going to put your business out there. I would never do that. But I just want to say to y'all that we wish you guys the best. And it was such a pleasure to meet you guys and share time. We are rooting for you guys. And like I said, we remember, at the end of the day, we are the team. You guys are the team. And it's always, how can we work best as a team, and what can we do as a team? What is for the highest and greatest good of the team? Because you guys are the team together. You guys are the unit. So keep that in mind. Remember that. And don't be discouraged by the difficult moments. So, yeah, that was just a little bit about my trip. And how are you guys doing? I want to know what you guys have been up to. Like I said, it's been a minute. I have a bunch of things that I'm going to be revealing through Mahogany Healing in the next couple of weeks. I'm super, super excited. I'm trying to be tight-lipped about it. But it's going to be all good things. And so I'm looking forward to sharing more with you when it's appropriate to do so. And until the next time, tap in and share with me what's going on in your world. What have you guys been up to? Like I said, I recorded some videos while I was away. Like, I got tons of downloads. The downloads that I got were like, whoa. And so I did record. I pulled cards and I did record, and they didn't upload. I'll see if they'll upload now now that we're back home. And if they do, I'll post them. And if they don't, then they don't. I'm not going to stress about it. This literally trip had me coasting on some chill time. Like, it is what it is. I'm not stressing it. I'm not going to have my panties in a bunch. It just is what it is. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. And I truly believe that. So if I'm not supposed to rock the boat and post them, then I won't be rocking the boat and post them. Sorry. This is like quite in the back of the thing. Sorry. So I want to fix that. But anyways, it's been good tapping in and just connecting with you guys and sharing space. I'm looking forward to doing more of these types of videos and just tapping in and saying what's good. One thing that I'm actually considering doing is for the Mahogany moment, I do that. I don't do it live. I record it, I do it live on the camera and pull the cards and everything. But I'm considering going live in the mornings and doing the Mahogany home moment with you guys, like interacting, having it as a more interactive thing. And maybe doing a couple of readings for individuals that are live online at that time, if you're interested. So that is something that I've been considering. If you would be interested in that, or you would join me in the mornings, like I said, I wake up pretty early. So it would probably be between 7:30, probably between 7:30 and 9, somewhere within that time frame. Just, if I'm going to go live, it's going to be within that time frame. Or if that doesn't work for you, let me know if you guys want something like in the afternoon time, or what do you guys want to do? Like, what schedule works best for you? And I'll sort it out, but I love to share more time with you guys and tap in and just connect even better with you guys. So let me know what works and I'll figure it out. We could talk about it more. And until then, I look forward to the next time that we can tap in together, and have a beautiful day, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Go out and live your best fucking life today. Okay. Make today a beautiful day. Let go of anything that is stopping your growth, that is hindering you from being your best self, and make it a beautiful day for yourself, whatever that means. If it's just taking 5 minutes to sip on your tea, sip on your coffee, drink some water, take a walk outside, feel the sunshine, whatever it is, take a moment or two to find your peace and your calm today. And I wish you all the best. Until next time. Take care, everybody. Love you guys. Ashe, ashe, ashe.